Michelle here, and today I'm here to share with you all some more crochet and sewing stuff. Okay, let's get started. The first thing I'm going to start with is, as you all know, I am participating in the 2016 Ugly Granny Square blanket that was started by Ming Mao 1. She has a YouTube channel. Check it out, it's really good. And I've been doing this since January, and I'm now on April and May and June's, because I got kind of far behind with April because I just didn't have a lot of scraps. But I have finished April's, I've also finished May's, and I'm starting on June. So here we go. Okay, which one is first? Okay. This is April's Ugly Square. As you all may remember from some of my previous videos, I had received some yarn from a friend of mine, and her mother had made these tiny little 3 to 4 inch granny squares, and I thought I could do something with them, but I found that it would be better if I was to rip apart the tiny granny squares and just use the yarn to make big granny squares. And so this is what I came up with. And for the challenge, you have to use 12 by 12 inch granny squares. And I think it turned out really nice. Okay, so that's April. This is May. Actually, I think I may have gotten those backwards. This is April. This one is May. Because, as you all remember, I had been trying to save up scraps to finish the April one, and I'm sure you'll recognize the middle. I had already done this part in the last video, but I went ahead and I added the red, which was from the scrap pieces that I had gotten from the tiny granny squares, and then I finished it with some, I believe this is Peyton's classic DK wool, the burgundy color here. But yeah, this one is April. And it's another 12 by 12 inch square. So we have April and we have May. Okay. And I have started on June. This is June. And it's some more of that burgundy Peyton superwash DK yarn. And this lavender color here, it was some more yarn that was given to me, and it didn't come with the label, so I have no idea what brand it is, but it is a worsted weight yarn. So this is the beginning of June. I can't believe I'm almost halfway through with this blanket. I can't wait until I can put it all together. And I haven't decided whether I want to wait to December and put all of the squares together, or do I want to put them together as I go along. I'm not quite sure how I want to handle it yet. But hopefully by the next video I would have made some more progress on this one. Like I said, this is the June square, so I do have more time to finish it. And as I get scraps, I just add to it. Alright, so that's that. Okay, the second thing that I want to show you all is some things that I had made. I recently did a craft fair. It was for a strawberry festival. The festival had a great turnout, and I did make a little money. I made enough to cover all of my expenses, including the booth fare. And I made a little extra money, enough to go and treat my husband to some ice cream, because the festival was actually at a local farm, and they sell homemade ice cream, and everything is homemade. And so I treated him out to some homemade ice cream afterwards, just for his help, because it's hard to do a craft fair by yourself. It can be done, but it's better if you have somebody else to help you out. And so you may see some price tags still on some of the things that I'm going to share with you all, but here they go. Okay. So the first thing here is a rainbow headband. And as you all know, the colors of the rainbow. It's like that Roy G. Bibb acronym. You have red, orange, yellow, green, indigo, blue, and violet. Here you are. And I was selling these for $15. And I sold a few of them. You know, sometimes people don't understand all the work that goes into making even something as simple as a headband. And so, you know, there were people that were cool with the price and they paid it. And some people looked at the price and went, that's nice. I mean, that's fine. But the colors that I use, I have them written down. I use Red Heart with Love, Holly Berry Red, Red Heart Super Saver, Pumpkin, Red Heart Classic, Yellow, Red Heart Super Saver, Patty Green, Red Heart Classic, True Blue, Red Heart Super Saver, Royal, and Red Heart Classic, Amethyst. And so, I really like how it turned out. It's really pretty. Okay, the second thing that I want to share with you all is a red and white striped headband with a bow on the side, with a blue bow. And this is made using Red Heart with Love Holly Berry, Red Heart with Love White, and the Red Heart Classic, Red Heart Super Saver Royal Blue. So there is the bow. And it's made with 5 rows, and it's made in double crochet. And that's something I forgot to share with you all. This is made using half double crochet, and I used an eye size hook with this one. And these are just patterns that I made up, but I used an eye size hook and a half double crochet. And on this one I used a double crochet with an H hook, because I tried to do the let's see, which one did I try to do? I tried to do the half double crochet one with an H hook, but it was just too tight. You know, double crochet, it's a looser stitch, and so it was just coming out way too stiff using an H hook with the half double crochet, so I used an I hook. So yeah, same type of headband, just use different hooks, different stitches. Okay. And I made another headband. This wasn't one that I sold at the festival, but this was one that I had some scrap yarn, and you all will recognize this scrap yarn. This is a headband with a big bow on it. I've showed you all these types of headbands before, and this is another one that I made up. It's made using double crochet, and I used an H size hook. I have 5 rows of the lavender here, and I wish you could see the sparkle that's in this yarn. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really nice, and it has a big bow on it. And you can either, you know, wear it like this, or maybe if you want to wear it to the side, which is how I like to wear it. I'm about to lose my pillows. Ooh. About to be an avalanche over there. But I really like it. It's really pretty. And the great thing about it is that I was able to use some scrap yarn. So that was cool. And the rest of it went to my ugly granny square. So something pretty, something ugly. So I really like the way this turned out. And yeah, there you go. Okay, running out of room. Alright, so I'm not sure which one I want to show you next. Okay, I know what it is. I will show you my pillows that I made. Now, I sold some pillows at the craft fair. I did a pretty good job with those. I had my Carolina Panther ones. I had, what else did I sell? I had my Avengers, and I had, there was something else I had out there. I can't remember what it was now. But anyway, so I made some more pillows. John Deere. Living out in the country, you can never get enough of these John Deere pillows. So that's that. And one that I'm particularly proud of, that I just love, is my Doctor Who police box pillow. I'm definitely keeping this one for myself. And I'm currently watching Doctor Who. I'm catching up on the last season. I'm about 2 episodes behind. And so, that's my pillow. And the last one that I made is Star Wars. Yes, I really liked the last Star Wars movie. That was great. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it because I really like the old Star Wars movies, but this last one was really good. And so I just whip stitched all of these pillows together just to keep that polyfill in there. And so that's that. I wish I could have done the ladder stitch, you know, like the invisible seam, but it just wasn't working out. It was, I just couldn't get it. So I just did a whip stitch. And you can hardly tell that I mean, it doesn't really look too different than the rest of the pillow. Okay, so those are some of the things that I sold at my craft fair. And after this video is over, I will show you all some pictures from my booth that I made. Okay, so the last thing that I wanted to share with you all is something that I am making for myself. As you all know, with my yarn goals, one of those goals was to make something for myself. And so I am working on, let's see, where is it? I am working on a triangle shawl, and I left my tablet because I wanted to show you all the pattern. Hold on. Okay, here's the pattern for the shawl. It is called the Coraline in the Wine Country Shawl and Wrap Crochet Pattern. Here it is. And for any of you all out there who watch Bob Wilson 123's YouTube channel, you probably will be familiar with this shawl. And she does a great video tutorial on this shawl. I really didn't have to use her video too much because the written pattern itself is pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy to follow. I did have to use the video. Well, so far I've only had to use the video once for one small part that was kind of tricky. But once I saw that, I was able to go back to the written pattern and follow along with it. But the great thing about this pattern is that you can wear the finished product in so many different ways. Like you have this, and you have that one, and have this one here. Make that a little bigger. That's nice. This one is my favorite. I love that. This is probably how I'm going to wear it. It's another way to wear it. Yeah, I think that's all. But it's great, and I will leave the link in the description box below as to how to get to this. And the yarn that I'm using for it is the Barocco yarn that I had showed you all earlier that I got from a local yarn shop here in Wilson. So here it is. It's the Barocco Vintage DK yarn. It's really nice. It's 52% acrylic, 40% wool, and 8% nylon. Really nice. And this is what I've done so far. That's my progress so far. It's really weird for me to be crocheting in a triangle because basically you don't do anything here, but you're crocheting up the triangle and down the triangle. Then you turn it around and you crochet back up the triangle and back down. And that's what you do. It's very repetitive. And you're just using double crochets. And that's how it's turning out. And so I think it's going to be great. The only thing is I have to get used to using a thinner yarn. This is a number 3 light yarn. I'm used to using a number 4 worsted weight. And so it's something different because I'm using a J size hook. And so I have a really big hook and really thin yarn. And so in the pattern, she says to use the Red Heart Unforgettable yarn. I didn't have any of that with me, but I'm not sure what weight that yarn is. But it's a thinner yarn. But I decided to use this. And I can't wait to see how it's going to turn out. I think it's going to be great, especially like for spring and summer. But I'm going to try to make it as big as I can. I'm going to work on it until I run out of yarn. And I have this ball, which is, let's see, it's 290 yards in that ball. And I have 2 of them. So this is going to be really big. And it's going to wrap around me several times. And I chose this color. This color is very different for me. My husband helped me choose this color. But it's kind of like an oatmeal type of color. And I figured it was something that I could wear with anything. So that's why I thought it was a good choice. Okay. So, I do believe that is all that I have to share with you all today. I hope you all have been having an awesome, awesome week. It's Wednesday right now. It's in the middle of the week, but I hope that you all have had a wonderful week so far. And if not, I hope it only gets better. And so, as usual, my eBay, Etsy, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Ravelry, you know, all that stuff. That'll be in the description box below. And as always, I appreciate you all watching, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye!